see what, for example, the diamonds are doing, or the Qs are doing, or the indexes are doing, to see if they're also going down?
Not necessarily so much with Micron, because if you go back and you back test it, Micron, it's a rare occasion. And I think I brought it up once in Clubhouse when it did, because it's so rare that it tracks SPY identically. SPY could have a huge candle down and Micron might go down just a little bit. Or Micron might go down a bunch, and SPY hardly moved. That's typically what it is. And I think there was one time, I'm trying to remember, were we in Clubhouse or were we in the room when I said, I can't believe that Micron actually tracked SPY the way it did?
It was Clubhouse. It was Clubhouse
room. Yeah.
Last 2 weeks.
Okay, a couple weeks ago, right? Yeah. Because it's not typical. No. Yeah. So I'm not really looking at them, because even you would think Micron would track Intel because they're chip makers. They don't. Or even AMD, which I just started looking at here recently a little bit, but they don't. And for whatever reason, it doesn't. But I've watched this thing long enough that my eye is just keen enough on this particular stock that I pick those moves up. But what I want you guys to know more than anything is the rules in terms of where we're putting our stops, when we get the opportunity to move our stops over, okay, and catch these grinds, okay? Because here, even after you've gotten in on this spindle here, on this red candle here, okay, so now you're in, right? And you're like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna put my stop 1 cent right above that candle. And then we trade lower. But if you notice the orange, okay, the orange, oh, where'd I go? Okay, right here. Okay, the orange is sitting, that orange line is sitting right on the top of this next red candle. Okay, so do I move it over? No. And it's actually, it literally is sitting on that candle. So I got a chance here with the next move over. Now the actual orange line is down below this red candle. So I can just move it off of my candle by candle. Let's just move it on over to the 8, because just the opposite of my stock being above the 8 and the 20, now we're in a short position. We're down below the 8 and the 20. And as long as my stocks stay below the 8, then I'm just going to ride the 8. I'm moving my stop, not from candle to candle, but to the 8. Does everybody get that? For the short side.
Yep.
You good?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's quiet.
Hey, Mr. Tony, I have one question.
Yes, sir.
So, as you know, I got in on this trade too, and I was watching it for a while. And the reason I got in closer to that spindle candle is because I drew my lines as far as the channel that it had been following. And so I wanted to wait for it to kind of break towards the bottom of that channel it had been staying in for like 2 hours. And I watched the candles, and that's why I got in that candle near that, because it was right towards the bottom, and I watched for it to peek through, and it finally broke.
Interesting.
Now,
so
you decided to get in earlier, even though it was in that channel. You see how it's like right. You see,
gotcha, right there.
It broke right underneath, and I said, you know what, got it, because I sat there and watched it for like an hour and a half, and it kept top, bottom, top, bottom.
Well, hey, you know what? I'm glad that works for you too, man. I'm glad.
I mean, but I want to know how. I mean, you decided to get in earlier, even regardless of that. So,
well, because we got to go back to the rules, Lauren. Is it a 55 or 100% retracement of the previous? In this case, in the previous green candle, right? Yeah, green candle.
Okay. Now, I mean, none of these other ones did the same thing. Like, I mean, the other one had like further back, right? We had like a topping tail.
We had one right here.
Yep.
I got in on that and got stopped out. I looked up there. Topping. Oh shoot, I'm out.
Okay. So you did get in those too. You just got stopped.
I traded on it a couple of times earlier. I got in on this one right here.
Yep. Okay. All right. So you just happened to get back in it based on that move, and then then it confirmation, and it just kept going.
70% of the time. And, I mean, these were, I had a whole lot of shares in those. I actually thought this was going to be the one, but it didn't.
Now there were some good moves inside that channel.
I thought that was going to be the one. And then it turned around and bang, I got that candle and I started trying to get out. And let me tell you, when you got a lot of shares, if you got, X number of thousands of shares, it's hard to get out of that without having slippage.
Yeah.
You lose money on that, but then you make it all up on this.
Yeah. And what was interesting too, because I watched the level twos a lot too, to kind of show me where the direction is going to go. Yeah. And I saw, man, there was some 16,000 share trades buys in there on the way down, like multiple.
Yeah. But there's a lot that you miss even on level 2, Lauren, because there's a lot of what's called crosses. They call it the black pools and all this other stuff. They call it gray pools, black pools, anyway. But a lot of institutions, they'll cross with one another, meaning they'll trade, for whatever reasons they have, one guy needs to be long, another guy needs to be short for whatever reason, it happens to be for them to, balance their books or whatever it is. They'll do crosses of blocks of shares that you'll never know about.
Gotcha.
So that's why you hardly ever hear me talk about volume, other than when we get these channels and I say, if it's really small and there's not a lot going on, that means that there's very few buyers and sellers coming and going. It's the same traders that are in there. It's not a lot of new people coming and going.
Gotcha. That's your neighbors, like you said, right?
Yeah, but it's not a whole, it's not, I can't even remember how many times I talked about volume in the course. Not much. I don't.
Cool.
It used to be a time when it mattered, but it's too hard to try and trade based upon that now.
Gotcha. Mr. Tony, can we look at the daily on this?
Yeah, you want to see the daily? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Let me clean all this on. Red candle, which is a great point. Who's that? Is that Iman Princess? Who was that speaking?
Princess.
So Princess, remember how I talked about in the course that you want to trade with the daily candle? Do you remember that? Okay. Yeah. So even though, let's go back and just remember, we got a red candle, right? We got a red candle. And it turned out to be a red trade. There was an early opportunity to make a little money on the upside, but that wasn't your trades for the day. Your big trades, your big money trades were trades to the downside, So that's why we go back and we look at after the first hour of trading, because the first hour really doesn't tell you much. What is the color of our daily candle? And today's daily candle was red.
Man, that candle was
and Mr.
crazy.
Tony, that
Go ahead,
Go
guys.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, go
You get him on, go ahead.
ahead.
I was just gonna say that in that first hour, it was so short. It was red, but it was so short that I said by the end of the day, it could make it, But again, to your point, we can't foresee or wish that it would go a certain direction. But I just knew that it would be green.
No, you didn't know it. You did not know it. You did not know
exactly. I thought I knew, and I shouldn't be thinking I know.
No, all we got is what's on the screen. We don't know anything. I mean, we think in probabilities. Now, there's a possibility, or there's a high probability of that occurring, but I don't know anything.
Which, Mr. Tony, probably why you took that trade.
A couple of times.
Stopped out on.
Yes.
Because the Micron reported great earnings or beat earnings
yesterday.
It made sense that it might bounce off of off that 200, which it looked like it was going to do, but it did not, of course.
I don't know I don't know where it's going to go, right? I see a setup happening and I just take it. And if it goes, great, I'm already in, right? And I'm looking to add. That's my whole thought process. I'm in and I'm looking to add.
Because actually, I was surprised it went down after the earnings report. I'm saying, why is this thing going down? But
buy on the rumor and sell on the news. Once the news came out, I was like, okay.
Okay, during the afternoon. Okay, all right.
Buy on the rumor. You heard that. Buy on the rumor, sell on the news. Right?
Yes, sir.
News
sir.
is out. Okay, news out. They did great. Oh, okay.
And of course, they suckered a lot of buyers in the morning.
Oh my God. Oh my God. And especially here, let's go back, and especially right out the gate. I mean, they were shoot. But look, here's something for you guys. You guys talk about the trap zone all the time about whether or not you like it, you don't like it. You guys know I'm kind of partial to it, you know. So here's the top of my trap zone, right? I'm up here, say this is position 1, this is position 2, this is position 3. This thing traded all the way up into position 3. Well, you guys already know by the time it's at position 3, and you can see what happened there, there's not a whole lot left in it. If you know that, if you know where your trap zones are, right? If you're familiar with this particular process, right? Man, you come out the gate, first candle, and you already up in there. Oh, yeah. All right. I'm good. But if you're a novice trader, you don't know. You come, you see that green candle and this going up, and man, you are jumping all over that. Then the next thing is they hit you with the left hook, and you get the you get the slam, and then you go, oh man. And then you see the next one races back up. Let me get back in. It is going up. You know, and you go over and you get the slam. You know. Now you're hesitant on this, so you missed this move because you already got slammed on that one. You got slammed on that one. So you don't even take that one. That one you probably could have made a few bucks before it turned around and traded lower.
And I'm hesitant the rest of the day.
Hey, and those big long candles like that hurt when you go to hit the other way.
Yeah.
They do, especially if you're not putting your stops in. Write them down because they come quick. And listen, great point you guys made there. Look, you guys, if in fact, you know, it's a little bit easier, say if you're trading, and this is for shares. I know you got a lot, most of you trade options, but this is for shares too, in case you guys ever trade shares. It's easier, say you're trading like, you know, 200-300 shares, 500 shares, whatever, you know, 1,000 shares. It's fine. You can go ahead and put your stop in. It's not that big of a deal. You can put your stop into the system. But when you start managing, you know, 5,000, 10,000, 15,000 shares, you can't put a stop in. So you got to be a little more cautious in this area here, in this, you know, in this beginning of the market. That's why it's good to know where your trap zones are at. And you're looking at that and you're going, oh no, I'm good, babe. I'm good. I am so good. I'm going to wait. I'm just going to wait. And then it got into this mode right here where it just stayed in that channel and it traded sideways. And I think I had, maybe it was Yola. I said, hey, just be patient and let's wait for the breakout. I think I was talking to Yola today. I know she's probably asleep, but I said, let's just wait for the breakout. Let's be patient, you know, and then the patience paid off. I mean, I got caught right here. I got caught right there. Because I thought those were going to be the ones. I don't know, because I don't know, right? I don't know. Don't know. But I knew when it got in here and I said, uh-oh, look at this. Ooh, got the bottom tail. Hold on a second, look at this. Hold on, wait a minute. You know, I'm looking around, I missed it. I come back, I look again. Darn, okay. All right, well, I'm just gonna get in right here. Like I tell you, like I told Richard, I don't care, man. If you see that bad boy taking off, get in. If you don't get in, I'm gonna come to your house and kick you in. Just get in. I got the 200 up above, I got the 20 above it, I got the 8 above the stock. Man, just get in, put your stop in and see what happens. First time you get a color change, boom, right there, boom, add, wham. Okay. Let's see, there was something else I wanted to talk about too tonight too. I think there was one more.
We'll keep an eye on the time as well. Miss, just wanted to let you know about 2 people just message that they are out of the room, but
Okay.
just to let you know, so that way we keep up with our East Coast people as well.
Yeah, I know it's getting late. Let's see.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, gifts.
That's what
Um,
we were talking about, actually.
Yeah, let's get that in real quick here too, because I've been seeing a bunch of them, guys. Let me get this. Let me clean that on first. Bunch of them. And we had one that was this my brother's? I think this was Charles's gift on 11/8. Let me bring this up real quick here. 11/8, is that it? Yeah. Okay. I just want to remind you guys of these. Okay. I want to remind you guys of these because, again, I think you guys should go back in and listen to the course. But I know a lot of people are not going to have time because, you got things going on. I get all that. Okay. But when we get these moves like this and you see that gift, let me move that over so you can see it a little better and let me make it green. When you see,
And what stock are we looking at
this is AMD. This is my brother's trade. Yeah.
for today?
No, this is from back in November.
Oh, got it. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
I just want to use the example.
Sure.
Okay. When you guys see that gift like that, okay, when you see that big candle and we blend them all together, I don't know why I keep making this mistake. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna put it over here just to make it easier. When it trades back down into that gift, okay, into that strength there, and it's up against the 8 or even the 20, the first time you get that 55 or 100% retracement, which happens in this case right there, that was a little high. But right here, you guys get it, right somewhere right in there. You got to take those, guys. There's a lot of them that are happening out there. And I know, Richard, we had that one in SPY the other day, and that's exactly what happened. We had that big line. I was like, oh boy, when you guys see this, remember, it's like the elephant stepping into the little kiddie pool, right? And all the water splashing out. He can't hide himself. He wants to get in. He wants to get in. Listen, you can't jump in with this kind of money. Okay? That's hundreds of millions of dollars. Maybe, I won't say big, that's hundreds of millions. It's $140 something stock. That's hundreds of millions of dollars that are coming in. I want to take a position. Now, the novices are going, great. These little guys down here, oh, I want to get my profits. And they're going, cool. That stock's bothering you. I'll take it off your hands, young man. Go ahead. Keep selling it to me. You're going to keep selling it off? Great. Got right down in here. Bam. There's my, right there on this green line right there. There's my 100% retracement of that previous red candle. And I'm on the 8. Bam. These guys that came in right here, they made a killing right there. Don't miss these pullbacks. When it pulls back into your gift, and it's up against an 8 or even a 20, take them. Take them and just put the stop in. If you get stopped out, so what? Just take it.
I don't think you went over this a lot on the course, Tony.
Okay.
Patrick.
Oh, I could be wrong.
This is golden tonight because I'm seeing something I didn't see before, and I think some other folks are too.
Okay.
Yeah, this was, I don't believe this was in there.
All right. Well, I guess I got to come up with course 2.0.
What you missed.
Well, yeah, what you missed what I missed in the first course.
Well, the main thing I didn't hear the first time, Mr. Tony, was that 100% retracement of that
That pullback.
That's
the one.
pullback.
How
Right.
many pullbacks?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what I mean. The pullback wasn't in the course.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, it's in the I
here
think
now.
it's in the one I sent you last night.
Hey, Mr. Tony, you're right though. There are a lot of these out here.
A
Right now.
lot of them.
I got a scanner. I got a scanner that I set up, and I put a formula to kind of identify like your setups and the gift. That's the one that's like bringing back like 90 stocks with the gift.
Wow, that's a lot of stocks I have to monitor.
Well, see, the way it's set up, it's kind of like I don't monitor them like consistently. They just pop up on there once the setup comes, and then I can see what happens after.
Okay.
You see what I mean?
Okay. I keep thinking about something. Was that hey Richard, what day was that on the spy, Richard? Is Richard still here in the room?
Yeah, it was,
What day was that? I said
I was just looking at it actually.
were
I
you?
believe it was on
Oh God, where am I at?
28, 328.
28. Let me let me go out of here.
About 11 o'clock.
Okay. Yeah, I remember. Well, yeah, that's right. You're right. Okay. Where's my? Let's do it in red.
I'm not sure if that's the right one.
Is this the? Oh, no, this is not the right one. You're right.
Yeah.
1 second. Let me go back. It was from, oh shoot. It's from yesterday. Was it yesterday?
It was on Monday.
Oh, okay. It was the 28th?
Yep.
Okay. Let's do this. I really do hate this freaking thing.
Well, I see it now like I never saw it before.
Yeah, there it is right there. What? Oh, I hate this. It's the only thing about this system. Other than that, I love everything about it. It's not really, I guess it's not really, well, obviously it's not paid for teaching.
Let me see here.
It's not made for teaching. Oh God, come on. Is this it, Rich? 28th? Yeah.
I'm sure it was on Monday.
No, this is it.
This is it, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, 11 o'clock.
Yep, there it is, right there. Bang. Yep, because I told, I posted, I said, I hope you guys have got your gift. All right, let's do here. You guys see the candle that happened right there? Trades back into the retracement, and here's the 8. Okay, and there's the 8, and there's the 20. Okay, that's fine. Just monitor it, because from there you get your sell-off. Okay, you get that retracement back into your gift. Just wait. Now, I'm gonna take, well, all right, I'll tell you what I do sometimes, and this probably is, but this is for later. This is not for right now. If it's not, why are you telling them, Tony? All right, well.
So I'm like, I might do that tomorrow.
We'll pretend like we didn't hear it, Mr. Tony.
All right, so look, when you're here, okay, when this is happening, I want to start putting in shorts right here. I want to throw orders up. We get discounts as professional traders. We get discounts to put in advance orders. So I'm throwing in short orders right there. All the way up, I'll draw that line in the middle I always show you guys. And I'm going from here all the way up, I'll throw some short orders in. If I get stopped out, I just get stopped out. Forget it, I get stopped out. But if you catch it, you get all of that. And you're getting short from here, from here, from here, from here, bang.
You know, that's exactly what I do with these gifts. It's the same thing as
Well, that's it. This is the gift right there. There it is.
start grabbing those puts as they're getting cheaper.
You can start buying them. Yeah, grab your puts right here.
Of
grab
like 4 or 5 contracts or something
Grab
like
'em.
that.
If you get stopped out, you lost a little bit of money. So what? If you get stopped out, think about it this way. So you draw your line. Okay. You start taking on some puts here, 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 even here on this line. Okay. And it goes up to here, you know, and you're going, but, okay. Worst thing that happens, say you get stopped out right here and you put your stop in there. Maybe you put your stop in somewhere in that range, because usually I'll put the lines here. You know how I draw the 33%, 66%. Okay, maybe I got stopped out right there, right? Maybe I didn't. Okay, maybe I was just underneath it. Okay, but I'm willing to lose. I don't mind losing. I don't mind losing this to get that.
Yeah, that sweet spot is like the last.
Yeah.
You know, if it goes anywhere past that sweet spot,
Yeah.
I'm out. Like I can't do it anymore.
Yeah. But that's later, guys. Just don't even worry about this one right now, putting the advance orders in. Just draw your lines. Okay, just draw your lines and go, okay, I got 33, I got 50, and I got 66%. I got my gift. Let's see what happens. It trades back into it. Oops, screw it. It trades back into it. Okay. I get that retracement back into it, and then
What advance orders? Anyway,
exactly.
the only other place that you would cause concern, especially for us trading options, would be those two green candles, where it did challenge the 8 momentarily. Yeah, right. Not there. Keep on going over, right in there. Yes. That would be the only place that would cause us as option traders to have concerns. As far as stock, no. Options, yes. Especially if you had a trailing stop. As far as turns, us right in there, yes. Over there, keep on going over, right in there, yes. That would be the only place that would cause us as option traders to have concerns. As far as stock, no. Options, yes. Especially if you had a trailing stop.
Yeah, you probably would get stopped out right there, but it could also be a point of add, because
So let me hold on. So real quick. Here's the thing I want you guys to keep in mind, because we talked about this. This is really important. I'm glad you brought that up, John. Typically, just so you know, I want to make sure you're putting your stops in at the right place. If I draw my lines, right, there's 50%. There's 33%, I guess. I'm kind of off a little bit. I get crooked. Here's 66% right here, okay. It's gonna make a new low. Now, yeah, it could have went down there and tapped that, and you might have said, okay, that's the new low and I'm out. But that's a really big, if this was a smaller candle, John, if this was a smaller line here, then yeah, maybe I'd say, okay, that's all I'm gonna get for a new low. But that's a really big candle. I'm thinking I'm gonna get a new low. I'm not gonna just go down and just touch it and then come right back up.
Right. No, I'm not saying, if I'm on my A game, I'm not saying that's where as that's as low as it's going to go. I guess what I'm saying is if I have a trailing stop in place, that the trailing stop is going to take me out based upon when that green candle, especially that larger one, goes back up toward the 8. Yeah,
This
that
one here.
one.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.